Okay, good night, Professor. This is the Bank of New York Mellon presentation, and I'm Eric Gomez.
My name is Alexandra Castillo.
Jason Velasco.
And my name is Santiago Moreno, and this is our presentation.
So this is just going to be a quick table of contents. We start off with the company's mission, company structure, company product, company competition. Number one would be Goldman Sachs. Coming in under that would be number two, State Street. Then we have the stock recommendations, social justice outlooks, current news, and we finish it with the bibliography. The company mission statement reads as follows: we power success across the financial world for individuals and institutions through unique insights, thinking, and actions.
Okay, so for company management, company structure, below we have the most important and prominent faces in the BNY Mellon company. For the chief executive officer, we have Robin Vince, which his image is right next to us. For the HR head management is Jolyn Anderson. For the head of treasury is Jennifer Barker. For the chief operating officer is Bridget Engel. For the chief financial officer is Emily Portney. And then for the international chairman is Hani Kabali. Okay, so for the workforce statistics, we found that BY Mellon global workforce is made up of 40% women, which is currently a good number for a financial firm. And then 36% of the US workforce is of minority ethnicity. This would include any race, ethnicity that wouldn't be majority white. And then it was also awarded by the Human Rights Campaign Foundation, one of the best places to work for LGBTQ plus communities to have a good treatment at workforce and have equal rights. So some of the products and services offered by BNY Mellon is practically investment options. They help with any kind of business managing their money and assets with stock and bond investments. They help clients plan out their retirement planning, helping them make sure that they have enough money for the goals that they want to reach, as well as ensuring that passive income can come in, which is income that generates on its own without having to be caused by anything. Money movement transactions, so any rollovers or moving money from specific retirement accounts, and many more. Most of their clients that do come to these services are in well need and mostly don't have the financial education to be able to do these transactions on their own. So it is very important, especially for an economy that is volatile.
So in the name of the company competition, BNY for a short, it has many competitors and very slim margins in the banking industry. And that's something that really makes it difficult to stay appealing to new investors in the market. The return on equity is extremely important in the eyes of investors, and the average of BNY between the years 2018 and 2022 was $8.90. Earnings per share, another critical piece of information for investors, was averaged in at about $4.12 between the same years. The number one competitor would be Goldman Sachs, and that's a widely known name in the banking industry and the investing industry. Their return on equity average came in at $12.30. Their earnings per share came in at a whopping $131.50, and it clearly outperformed BNY by significant margins. Two competitor, State Street, although it is not as common of a name and doesn't have the recognition as Goldman Sachs, the company is still a better investment opportunity, statistically speaking, because the return on equity averaged in at about $9.25, and the earnings per share averaged in at $6.50, respectively, for the years 2018 to 2022. Those were the averages taken across every company. And in conclusion, both of the main competitors statistically outperformed BNY and would possibly make better investment opportunities.
So BNY conducted a SWOT analysis, which identified their strengths, weaknesses, their opportunities, and their threats. So for their strengths, they do have a leading market position across a wide range of businesses, which does help them increase their revenues and market share. Their capital and liquidity also is a big strength for them because it helps them withstand tough operating conditions and provides a cushion in bad times. They also have a significant geographic and business mix, which provides diversity, and the diversification lowers some of the risks that they take. For their weaknesses, they have high exposure to wealth management loans and mortgages, which might lead to credit losses down the line. Their revenue is also susceptible to capital market activities. For opportunities, Bank of New York Mellon is a very large company, so there's not much opportunity, but they can still increase their market share through acquisitions, and the international growth might still be strong in the future. For possible threats, things like regulatory challenges. So new regulations being passed out could increase possibility of failing to comply with those laws and lead to fines being paid and all that. Increases in the FDIC insurance premiums and other proposed fees might also affect profit margins that they can win. And consolidation in the financial service industry might also increase competition in the future. And that's that one.
Okay, so right here, we happen to have the balance sheet within the last 12 months, the last 4 quarters, including the one that's this quarter at the moment. So right now that we see, it tends to be staying constant within a $50 billion equity difference right here. But then as we happen to notice, which each quarter up to now that we happen to see that there's a decreasing amount of the assets and liquidity that they happen to have. But yet again, they still happen to have the constant amount of equity, which is still the $50 billion. And then right here, we happen to have the stock prices within the last 5 years. So for the last 5 years, the all-time highest that they happen to have was actually January of this year, 2022, at $63.60. And then the lowest that we happen to have within the 5 years was actually COVID in March 2020, for obvious reasons. That's when COVID first started. It happened to reach at its lowest within 5 years at $29.07. So within this year, since from their all-time high within the 5 years at 63.60, they happen to decrease all the way down to their lowest in October, which happened to be around $38.60. And then up to date as of now, they are at $45.90.
And for controversies, most big companies have them, especially one as old as BNY. So in 2016 and through 2017, they were found to have been underpaying their female employees as well as their Black and Hispanic employees when compared to their male equivalents and Asian equivalents. And this is still ongoing. So this is the lawsuit was filed in 2020 and it's still going on today. And another one that was filed was one that accused them of moving clients' money from their bank accounts into underperforming investments that BNY had a financial interest in. And this lost their clients hundreds of millions of dollars while enriching BNY and making their clients lose trust in them. And Thank you. That's it for our presentation.
Thank you.